If you are currently in a position of serving the people as an elected official, and this can also um, go right in line with those that are opting to enter for the first time into a race. One of the things that you need to keep a perspective of is whether or not you plan to re-up or run again for that elected office when your term ends. And these are just a couple of ideas that you need to keep in mind. Uh, I've always maintained that you should never um, view politics as a career. It is an opportunity to serve the people and their best interest given the information that you have, which the people generally do not have. And so you always have to have that in your heart at all times ahead of any personal interest you may have, any pressures that you may have from the public, one way or the other. Um, but at all times, keep a mental track record and even a journal of the things that happened during your tenure of office. These would include maybe your the decisions that you make as an individual, as a council. They would include your feelings regarding the reactions from the people, your constituents, and those you represent. They would include the effect that your position has had on your family. It would include the effects of the effects on your right of privacy that your position has placed upon it. And all these things are very important to consider because going if it's hampering anything right now, it's going to affect it down the road and probably in a magnified manner. And if you are unable to focus your energies and effort on the good of the people, then you may want to reconsider a re-election campaign. Uh, for me personally, I have to weigh that as well. Uh, there are individuals who are unhappy with my decisions, and that's perfectly fine. I also have individuals out there who have nothing better to do with their life than to complain and to also engage in stalking. And so you have to think about that as well. There are people that will stalk you in person, and people that will stalk you online just to trash who you are because they have nothing better to do with their time. And they are often the ones that are ill informed to any situation. Serving the people is a sacred duty. It is also a duty to be informed of every information needed to make a decision. By and large, the information that you have is vast, and generally the people, constituents, don't see it. Not that it's a secret, but it's just information that you get daily as an elected official to make a informed decision. And so, that's where you have a problem when you run into the public, because they automatically see things with these little blinders on, that you're a bad person because you voted this way. And so then you, as an elected official, it is your duty and responsibility to go through the motions of sincerely and truthfully explaining to them the information that you have and how you came to your decision. Simple as that. And but as far as re-election, you need to keep all these things in mind. If, for instance, being stalked or constant phone calls, if all these things are putting a hamper on your family, on the happiness in your home, your ability to think clearly, don't run again. Don't do it, because it takes a certain skill to deal with those things, and it's not always to confront it with words and to be confrontational. It can be, if you're being stalked online, then it could be something as simple as blocking that person from whatever platform you're using. Don't, you can get the authorities involved. All those things. But these are things to consider when you're trying to decide if you want to run again to serve the people or not. Also, take a look at your employment situation. Has your post affected your job and your ability to magnify there and to serve, have the support your family? And that's a very important piece of the puzzle as well. So those are just a few ideas that I have for anyone out there who not only wants to serve as an elected official, but is considering going up for re-election. Number one is not to make politics a career. Number two is to keep the true intent of that public office in your heart. Serving the people always comes before the monetary gain, before the prideful gain. In other words, any type of power you get from it, which is all fake. Your happiness, your safety, all those things. Because you are accountable to the people, yes, but you're also accountable to your family, and you're accountable to yourself, and you're accountable to God, and He expects you to take care of yourself and your family before all else. If you're able to do that and serve the people, then you are called to serve the people as well. But if not, then you are to take care of the home first. That's your priority. And so I just hope more elected officials think of these things. In the future, we might be able to cleanse Congress that way. But these are some early morning thoughts of mine. I apologize for some intermittent stops and starts, but often I like to get my thoughts out before I forget them. So those are my thoughts, and I do believe they are important for the future of the world. Thank you.